Alright, Barber. So, welcome to episode 2. What's the plan? The plan is to go and find where Ace's body was and search the area for repeater units. So, nice. Cool. We're looking good. First thing we're going to do is grab the shovel. And I reckon Jane's a smoker, isn't he? Of course he is, I forgot that. Didn't you use them? Oh. I didn't realise that. Cool. And I assume it's just for show. Attributes, that's what I want. Yeah, nothing's changed there. Nothing's changed there. Cool. Right, nice. So Jane is going to have the shovel. And Jane is going to put it on his hotbar. Right, let's move them up there. Move the painkillers up there. Move the painkillers. Move yours. Ah, yeah, you're a doctor, right. Those can go up there. Let's have a bit of space there. Right. Those can go up there. Jane and your shovel. Jane and your shovel. It's probably going to be used a lot. That's... Here lies Ace. Born a man, died a desert ranger. Captain Christopher Brock Noteboom lived his life to the Ranger Code. Dr. Mike Scott. That's Colonel Ken Stone. I have no idea what PFC means. Okay. Let's have a little look around. Bunch more graves. Let's turn on... Miles leading this party. Let's turn on perception. Good to see you, recruits. Afraid I can't open this door for you yet. A desert ranger in scarred but spotless combat armor stands at attention before the doors of Ranger Citadel. He gives you a friendly salute. Welcome to Ranger Citadel, recruits, but the General ordered me not to let you in before you finished your first investigation. Ooh. That might cause a fight. I don't want to fight. Nice try, Evan. So, but the General ordered us to tell you to let us in. Nice try, recruits, but it won't get you through this door. I like your sass, though. Tell you what, I know what you want to get. I know you want to get inside, so you can get your hands on the good stuff Melson's got waiting for you in the armory. Well, I got a little toy that just might tide you over. Interested? You bet. What is it? I call her the Mississippi Mule because she kicks like one. A double-barreled flintlock pistol that'll turn your enemies into a thin red paste as long as they're within 10 feet of you. She was my go-to gal when I was out on patrol, but now I'm stuck here on door duty. She don't get much use. You can have her as long as you promise to put her to good use. Pretty sure that's a promise we can keep. Great, here you go. Treat her good and she'll do the same to you. So, Simon, who's our energy weapons man. Combat? Ooh. Energy weapons. Why is that not listed? Because that's attributes, you numpty. Field skills, right, so let's go. Attributes and skills. I don't know why. Right, can do that on there. So who's good with a shotgun? I don't think anyone is, are they? Assault rifles, handguns, and submachine guns. So it can go to Jane for now, along with the shotgun shells. Okay. Before you rise a pair of massive 25-foot bronze doors, now green with age and corrosion and engraved with ancient and barely legible writings. They look like they've been standing since the beginning of time. That's a long, long time. Oh, hello. Water, it looks clean. You can top off your canteens here. We'll do that. We're probably full anyway, but never mind. Trading. I haven't picked anything up yet. Mind you, we've got a shotgun we can sell. Let's have a look around first, because I know there's stuff that we can do. Am I picking up that can over there? Yeah. I did this before. I know the goat has a go. Thanks, Aberforth. Stuff to dig up. Nice. Let's have a little chat with Ranger Brass Knucks. Sorry, can't talk now. Got to clean up this graffiti. Alright, Jane, let's get you to work. Bit of scrap, can of tuna. Alrighty, let's go down this way. That's what we're looking for. One of them. For reference, Z will show you anything that's interactable. Mr. James?
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Oh, Angela. Right, who uses .38? .38. Mr. Mao needs .38. Let's have a little word with Angela.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Now, apparently, red text moves the story on, and green text is more flavour. From what I understand, tell me if I'm wrong. So, babies, us? Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. You all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were going to save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody would ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time. So what have we got? General Vargas used to be called Snake. Yep, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day, but I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe? What happened to Hellraiser? He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much, didn't make friends easy, wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. When the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, scary as hell. Red Scorpions. You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know, when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of raiders back then, but they've been getting more organised. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horseshit. A protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get on by donations and good old-fashioned scavenging. What can you tell us about eastern Arizona? Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There's a few small towns and farms out there which the Scorpions claim as their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is, but I got my doubts. Radiation clouds? The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't go into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hotspots on every side of us, north, south, east and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever, and that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Ha! Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke? Have you heard any of these strange broadcasts? Ace played me some before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it. What I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines or machines into men or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers. Saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? And what the fuck does he have against us? Oh, we didn't ask about Thrasher. Where's Thrasher now? You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day he just seemed like this big old growly bear, strong as an ox, just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Conchise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas doesn't dump-hole friends, so he started him working in the museum. And wouldn't you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it? What was Base Conchise? An old military factory from before the war, and the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day, literally. That's when I became Captain Death. Captain Death. The computer was making the robots? Yeah, the Base Conchise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everyone was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet. Well, AI will do that, I guess. How well do you know General Vargas? Ha! Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all, but somehow, after we brought down Base Conchise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job, while I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh? So we saw you at Ace's funeral. You knew him well? They all hurt, but this one, man. Ace wasn't even a ranger, not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in New Vegas. When Base Conchise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out and he started running with us, helping us fight Conchise. He never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there, and now he's... God damn it, Ace, I knew this one was trouble. I knew it. So that's what Quartz is. Man, not sure if I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher, he'd know. You thought Ace's mission was trouble? He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on, trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me, but then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units, but he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him? Let's find out about these repeater units. I really don't know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters in the north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius. Do you know Woodson? Radio technician Wade Woodson. Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps all the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base. Tell me about the rail nomads. Could be a nice little place if the Aitchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up, but I can't even remember what it's all about. But between them, they got enough old railroad tech that, if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots. Oh, that's people.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we've been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged. So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Oh yeah, too damn right.
Cool.
Nice.
No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. We now have Angela Death, who is level 14. Nice lot of coordination. Let's have a look. Let's go this way. Good bit of coordination. Very poor luck, just like us. Decent awareness. Average strength. Decent speed. Poor charisma. That's no problem. And then skills. 6 points in assault rifles. Look at that. 78% base chance to hit. That's always good. She's got brute force as well. We'll use her until Jane levels up a bit. And hard ass, outdoorsman, weaponsmithing. She's got weaponsmithing. That'll be useful. But we'll sort Jane with that. Okay. Let's load that up. She needs 5.56 ammo. I'm guessing Jane needs the same. M1. M1 assault rifle. No problem. Are we all happy? You need a sort out. There we go. Everyone's happy. Right. Let's think about rocking and rolling. Okay, Mr. Jane. We've got a little diggy up thing there for you. Let's see what lovely, lovely loot we get. Some .38 for Mr. Mal. Excellent. So we may go up and sell some stuff in a moment. Sell up what little scrap we've had. Can't believe Vargas is going to train us himself. And maybe we can join up with you guys. If one of you bites the big one. Cheeky. One of the other rangers said that trainees usually don't get placed on a team until someone dies. You guys are lucky so far. Well, you know, what can I say? Can't believe Vargas is going to train us himself. Yeah, okay, you've told us that. I am not picking up the can for the goat, but I am going to sell some stuff. A kindly older woman in standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied counting goods and organising crates. Aside from the clothes, she's the picture of a loving grandmother. You could swear she smells faintly of fresh baked cookies. Well, hello recruits. Welcome to Solveig Sundries. Happy to trade whenever you like. An honour to make your acquaintance. Always nice to see new faces around here, and a pleasure to make sure they have everything they need before they head out into the big bad world. So, nice to meet you too, Solveig. What's your story? It's not so interesting. I grew up in a village near here, but I was already a grandmother twice over when the Desert Rangers moved into the Citadel. I saw how much good the Rangers were doing. I wasn't up to much with my children moved to other villages to start their own families. It was a little unconventional for an old lady to go through basic training, but I pulled my weight and earned my star. I may not be too useful in forward operations, but I've got lots of experience keeping people well fed and well clothed, and I can run a drill press with the best of them. So General Vargas has me help Sergeant Melson run the supply, and I help Captain in the workshop now and again. Captain Mercaptain. So she's the smartest person I've ever met, bar none. She can whip up laser beams and water purification systems like I whip up pies. Ah, pie. Pie. What's Sergeant Melson like? Ah, he's a great friend and a great quartermaster. We'd all be eating sand and wiping with cactus flowers without him. Yeah, tracing paper at school. What's General Vargas like? He's a modern day Patton. He's got a mind for strategy and knows how to make the tough calls, but he's got a gentle side too. Ranger Citadel, what about it? I do love this place nowadays. It used to be full of some kooky birds back when I was younger. Fellas seemed to worship pre-war junk, even if they didn't know what it was. And they wouldn't share none of it. Well, I shouldn't get too judgmental. I'm sure they thought they were doing right. So you can outfit us? Well, with essentials as tough to find as they are, I can't just give them away for free. Believe me, I wish I could. But we keep our prices as close to cost as we can for our rangers, and you can stop by for the basics whenever you're in the area. And once you get clearance to enter the Citadel, you'll get access to some of our more valuable goodies. You'll have to talk to Sergeant Melson about that when you get inside. What do you have to trade? Right. So, get rid of the necklace, get rid of the large ring, get rid of the can of tuna, we'll keep the smokes. That's about it, I think, so far, isn't it? So, do we want anything? Those are 200 bucks. We need them later on. That much I can't tell you. Animal Whisperer +1, $65. How much will I have? $101. Ammo. Ammo is all important. There's not enough ammo in this game. Look, we've got 12 shots. Let's... How much are these? $5. We've got 100 bucks. Is it really worth it? Probably not. Not for $5 a piece. Energy cells are quite expensive, are they not? $4 a piece. Do you know what? We'll just have to learn to live with what we've got. Goodbye, Corporal. Let's head out. Let's go to the wastes. Rolling. Yes. Let's move. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
This is Ranger Team Echo.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find. Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
So water, repeater units. Does that mean you weren't always the dispatcher?
Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changing. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes. Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing.
Nice. So, it's important to stay in radio contact with you.
It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem.
Roger, out.
10-4, Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Excellent. So next time on Wasteland 2, we'll go and find the repeater units. Bye bye for now.